After 4 years of training, more than 4,000 athletes are in Rio de Janeiro for the Paralympics, an event about what is rather than isn't possible, where top-level performances rather than inspiring backstories are increasingly the focus. The head of Rwanda's team says it's this global platform that provides his athletes with daily motivation.
They don't look at a person as not able, but now they are able because they have evidence, they have a fact. So they are representing the country on the top level in internationals, bringing medals and being a champion.
That all 165 teams have made it to Brazil and that all 22 sports, a Paralympic record, will take place wasn't guaranteed just a few weeks ago. In mid-August, the International Paralympic Committee said the Rio Games were pushing the organisation towards an unprecedented crisis.
Pretty precarious was how IPC President Philip Craven described the outlook then, underfunded and overlooked his summary of Rio's approach. Well, since that rallying cry, more public and private money has been raised. And while there have been cuts to venues, workforce and transport, the IPC has fought to ensure athletes aren't affected. At this track and field training session, Games workers were out in force and transport links from the athletes' village were working well.
As an athlete, we're here to race. I think it doesn't really matter how we get to the track or anything to build up. We work with what we've got. London was obviously amazing, so going in I think we had high expectations of in our 4-year build of what Rio was going to be, and so far it's been fine. I know we've heard stories, but everything's been wonderful so far.
Making sure there are spectators at the venues to watch the athletes has also been a concern. 3 weeks ago, fewer than 300,000 tickets, just 12% of the available total, had been sold. But a belated surge in interest has given organisers cause to hope around 2 million will be bought, and that would make these games the second most attended in history behind London.
One thing that helped us significantly is Brazil winning big on the last weekend of the Olympics in football, beach volleyball and volleyball. People love Brazilian success, and I think they've now turned onto the fact that the Brazilian Paralympic team here is aiming for a top 5 finish in the medals table for the first time. They're going to hear the Brazilian national anthem a lot during Rio 2016.
The Beijing and London Paralympics saw huge advances in performance levels and public interest. It's now up to these athletes to once again remind the world theirs is a product worth watching. Andy Richardson, Al Jazeera, Rio de Janeiro.